Hey friend, it's Laura with Save with Laura. It is Wednesday. Thank you for joining me. We are bringing back the penny challenge. I think we might get to finish it today. We'll see. I did some traveling over the weekend, and that's kind of paid a few things with cash. So that kind of gave us some change because I would make sure if I would pay with enough ones or whatever to get change. So, because I wanted to finish this challenge because I really am excited to put $50.50 to debt that will pay off the next smallest bill, which would have been paid off. So today's Wednesday. Would be paid off Friday on payday anyway, because on Friday this bill would have been paid. So super excited to have a bill paid for and paid off, a debt. So I am Laura with Save with Laura. Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad you are here to catch you up on my penny challenge journey. I have been taking, it looks like since June 11th, the penny challenge by April Fresh Start. And I have been, instead of doing a penny a day for so many days, this challenge is a 100-day challenge. I had decided as I would clean out different areas that I had a lot of change. And I cleaned out one side of my purse, only to discover a few days later, oh shoot, there's another part of my purse that apparently had been throwing money in. Then I cleaned change out of my car. And then I cleaned out change that apparently over the years, at some point, I had been throwing change in my jewelry box and hadn't done it in a while. So I cleaned that out. And just change here and there added to that change that I had, and that has led us so far to $45.60. So we're going to count up today. I think we should be able to finish it. So that's going to be fun. While I'm pulling everything out, I told you I'd tell you this on Thursday, but since I'm actually going to be doing the penny challenge video on Wednesday when I am able to film them, that's when I do them. To catch you up on my weekend, since I pre-filmed Monday's video, I ended up deciding to go out of town with my husband. Our son was able to stay at the house and keep the dog with us, or keep the dog for us. And so I went to, I think it's Elberton, Georgia. It's right next to Cartersville. They're like just side by side. It's in North Georgia, kind of on the edge of the mountains, a pretty little area. And in that area, every year they have what's called the GON, and it stands for something, but I can't think of what it is, Blast. And it is an outdoor sportsman for hunting and fishing and that top stuff expo. If you've heard of the Buckarama, there's dog fur in this, and I'm not pulling out Dexter's challenge. If you've heard of the Buckarama and the Turkey Rama, it's pretty much like that from what I understand. My husband was, sorry for the Sharpie on my hand, I was doing a craft project at work, helping a coworker out because he was struggling making a costume. So my husband was pulling double duty. He is with the National Wild Turkey Federation on the state chapter board, and so they had a booth there, and he has a friend that was having a booth there, so he kind of split his time between the two. We had a Women in the Outdoor banquet that Saturday night, and there was a turkey calling contest, and got to catch up with friends within the National Wild Turkey National Wild Turkey Federation organization. That's a tongue twister. So got to catch up with those friends, and my husband we call her an aunt. She was really close friends, or is close friends with my in-laws, her and her late first husband, and she lives like 8 minutes from the hotel we were at in the venue. And so we were able to spend a few hours with her on Saturday. Then she allowed me to crash with her for several hours Sunday. I got to go to church with her. We got to have lunch and just hang out. And it was a very fun weekend. I'm glad it worked out where I could go. So I went ahead and did all that to catch you up on my weekend, because counting change takes for me a lot of focus. I'm going to read you the 2 quotes since this is going to be the last day you'll see this penny challenge with me. I probably will do it again, but I don't have a lot of change, so I'm not going to be doing it for a while. So I'll read a quote at the beginning, and then when I close out the video, I'll read the other one if I remember it. So we'll start with the first one by Jim Rohn, R-O-H-N. Human beings have the remarkable ability to turn nothing into something. They can turn weeds into gardens and pennies into fortunes. And we are turning pennies into fortunes because we are paying off debt and we are saving on interest. And that is an awesome, awesome thing. So let's get started. We need 96 cents. So 50, 75, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And my sinuses have gone haywire since last Friday. So, and it's just that thick stuff. We've had a ton of rain. We have had a ton of heat. The heat index is in the triple digits. It's miserable in South Georgia. I'm sure it's miserable in several places. 75, 80, 85, 95, 96, 97. I am sure it is miserable in several locations in the southeast, and probably in other places. I'm sure it's not my area. I just haven't paid close attention to the weather since I've been out of town, except where I was at, just to know what it was going to be like, to know how to dress. And it was hot. I knew it would be hot. So that's 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98. Y'all, we are gonna do it. I'm so excited. I'll take this to the bank, deposit it, let them run it through their change counter to make sure I totally didn't mess up counting. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and 99. Wow. Let's see, fingers crossed. 50, 60, 70, 80. Sorry, when you collect change, dog fur just gets in it. So that's 80, 90, $1. Oh, did that do it? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 95, $1. Y'all, we completed it. It took us, today is July 30th, so it took, give or take, a month and a half because we started it on June 11th. So, y'all, thank you for joining me on this. This is going to the next smallest debt, and this will pay it off, I guess you could say, a day early. Today's Wednesday, so I'll do this tomorrow at the bank. This would have been paid off on Friday, so it is a day early than projected. So, but I'm still super excited. A day early is a day early. So you still have change. We're just going to slide that off to the side. Throw this in an envelope. I have it in 2 envelopes because too much change in one. I didn't want to tear them. And hopefully I haven't miscounted. I know I counted over, pretty sure, early on in this penny challenge journey. So hopefully we'll be a little over instead of a little under. But we will be paying off $50 and 50 cents of debt. This will completely pay off one, and the difference will roll into the balance of the next smallest debt. So that is awesome. I am going to remember to do this, so we're going to read the second quote, and I'm going to guess how to pronounce this name. Horizon Sweat Martin. 1 penny may seem to you very insignificant, a very insignificant thing, but it is the small seed from which fortunes spring. So, we're dealing with pennies, dimes, nickels, and quarters, and what I was doing, it wasn't strictly pennies. We cleaned out change from multiple places, and this is just part of our getting out of debt journey. So thank you for joining me on the penny challenge. I don't know that I'm going to have anything to replace